get in this heat race this afternoon.
Well, he sure looks great here tonight, but I'm telling you, Wilson's got a hole shot, Freezy's got a hole shot, Cam Sipes, hole shot the main event here, and just sweep the night.
He said he was going to turn his season around tonight. He did a great job in his heat. Let's see if he can back it up in the main at Dodger Stadium.
A lot of pushing and shoving, Ralph.
Seeley, last year's winner, had a shot at the whole shot. Some riders getting knocked off course. And guess who's out front? Eli Tomac, making a run at it. And Davalos, who has struggled in main events this year, sits there in second place. Oh, and there's last year's winner, Seeley. He's off the track.
And you get off the track, that's in the first turn area. You hit that wet plywood. Let's take a look at it. Look at the pushing and shoving going on. Tomac was mid-pack. He sneaks around the inside. Look at this.
Marvin Muscan just kept going wide, and that helped take Seeley right off the course. Now he's going again. Oh, and problems
Sipes.
for the 53 of Sipes.
Wow, let's watch a replay of this. Watch Sipes here, comes in and he gets nailed by Michael Lieb. Just turned down and Lieb was there.
Back to the front we go. Let's get this thing settled down here. Eli Tomac on the 17. Out front.
And Tomac just turned a 53.9. He was 1 second of that lap faster than Davalos here. And Ralph, I gotta tell you, that is bad news because Tomac has been really fast in the other two main events this season, but his starts were horrible. Now, Tomac nails the whole shot, and he certainly today, to me, he feels he has been the guy to beat here today.
Well, he has looked like the best rider throughout a large part of the season as you watch Osborne go by in practice and heat races, Jeff. It's just been this main event, as you said. He has really struggled with his starts there. Tonight, he nails it, and man, he is checking out. Here's Dean Wilson. He's got a main event win this year, but he is stuck in fourth right now here in Dodger Stadium.
How important that whole shot is.
Tyler Rattray trying to put together a run for himself, chasing his teammate Wilson. Muscan, boy, he's got his hands full. Marvin Muscan on the KTM, battling with Lieb. There's Lieb on the 170, the white and blue riding gear. Muscan's on the orange KTM in front. Anderson's in there on the 44. Anstey with him, and Freezy all battling. Freezy's on the 59. Anderson coming alongside. Oh, Freezy off the pegs. Anderson cuts inside. Anstey grabs a handful of throttle. He goes by as well.
Freezy went through a couple of whoops, setting on the seat. Excellent riding here by Vince Freezy. I mean, those are some deep whoops, and they are far apart. Those things were really tough. Everybody talked about the 6 little hoopties coming into the main. Freezy went for a bit of a ride there, but he lost some positions, but he did not go down.
Here's Muscan on the 38. That's the orange bike. He's caught Rattray. They're fighting over 5th.
Remember, off the start, Muscan was in there possibly for the whole shot. Everybody got stood up. Muscan goes off the track, and you're allowed to go next to the track until you find a safe place to enter. But the whole first ribbon section, he was off on the plywood.
And remember how tight the points are in this series. Coming into tonight, 5 riders within what, Jeff? 4 points of each other?
That's
and
right.
The points leader is the man on the 28, Rattray, who's battling with Muscan. And he watches points slip away as he loses a position in the KTM.
Muscan is really riding aggressive. I mean, these guys were bar to bar.
Aaron Marvin Muscan is really riding well tonight.
For sure he is, Ralph. He is definitely on fire. This week, the whole KTM team worked on changes to the suspension and balancing between the low and high speeds. Jeff, maybe you could elaborate on what that would do on a track such as this.
Yeah, well, basically what they're talking about is on the suspension, on the compression, there's a low-speed setting and a high-speed setting. Now, when you hit the face of a triple or something like that, that's the high speed where the shock and that rear, rear tire compresses quickly. Low speed is these slow little turns where you're hitting the little bumps. So not sure which direction they went on that, but that's definitely something in the balance there that you're always trying to fine-tune and make it good for the G-out sections, but also nice and soft when you need traction on those little bumps.
And a G-out section, Jeff, for those that maybe don't know, in those big berm turns, you grab a handful of throttle, you rock it out of that corner, that's where you're G-ing out of the turn.
Yeah, exactly, and in those sections where you're sitting down, but man, what a ride here for Davalos. And of course, Zach Osborne, been in Europe riding the World Championship for a couple years, back in Monster Energy Supercross. Just a phenomenal start to the season as he builds his confidence.
They are in second and third, Davalos and Osborne. And Tomac is leading.
How about this ride? Look at that. That is confident body language to me. I mean, he is dialed in. He's been working so hard. His fitness and everything is there, and now he finally got the start. It's going to put him out front, and he is wheeling away.
That's a rider who's in the flow. Oh, man! That's what you can't afford to have happen. Everything looked great until right there.
But look how he's working it. I mean, he is tripling that last section he went through. Nobody else is doing that right now. I mean, he is just riding totally aggressive on another level than everybody else on the track.
Seems to be able to find that rhythm pretty quickly again. Oh, Davalos! Martin Davalos. And Rattray comes by. We've said it again and again, Jeff. Davalos will look good through his heats. He gets into the main, and he struggles from second to sixth.
Yeah, this is just the sort of mistakes that a veteran like Davalos is not supposed to make. He's supposed to be solid. You got Rattray, former world champion, who's just in front of him. And let's take a look here at what goes on with Davalos. Comes off here, and then he loses a little traction. Just front wheel got on the brake a little too hard. See Wilson going by. Frustrating.
Wilson's up to third. Tomac, Osborne, Wilson, Muscan, and the points leader Rattray, your top five. Speed is back with more Monster Energy Supercross. Supercross Lites West. This is round 3. The main event continuing here in Dodger Stadium. Chavez Ravine and Eli Tomac has dominated this one. He was the guy to beat in practice. Looked fantastic in his heat race. And man, nobody can touch him tonight in the main event.
Well, and you know what's interesting here? There is Cole Seeley, and Cole Seeley is currently running in 19th. He has a lap down to Tomac, and that's going to be frustrating because Seeley, remember, won round 1 of this championship 2 weeks ago in Anaheim.
And won the opener here, or the first, I should say, the inaugural race here a year ago. Came in here with a lot of confidence tonight, Jeff, and he was one of those riders in the thick of the points chase. He can't afford 19th place points here the way this panel is going for the title.
Not the way this season has been. This is 8-race championship. Kind of gets down to that attitude that every race counts. You know, you really can't give away any races, and especially not in a championship that is so tightly contested and so many great guys vying for it.
So Wilson struggled a little bit at the opener in Anaheim. Comes back and wins in Phoenix, and now he's looking at a podium at least here in Dodger Stadium. He's going to be feeling pretty good, I would think, as this tour heads off to Oakland next week.
You got that right. Taking a look at Marvin Muscan, who's third in points, just 2 off the leader coming into this. Seeley was 1 in front of him. Rattray, of course, was your points leader starting, but it's Wilson who sets 4th in points that is really going to have the opportunity to make a jump in the, in this championship. Of course, Tomac, who's out front, he was 5th, but only 4 points off the lead. There's a good chance he could walk away here with the points lead.
Rattray, the points leader, is in 5th.
I'll tell you
there
what,
he is right here.
I'll tell you what, Ralph, just in front of Rattray is Muscan on the KTM, and this is the best I've seen him ride this season. Now, Rattray has kind of been, he's been solid. He's kind of been right there. He hasn't made any mistakes, you know. But Muscan is the rider here tonight. He was off the track when this, you know, around the first turn when this race began, and now has fought his way back into the top 5. Rattray, of course, just doing his thing. He is a veteran. He's one of the older guys in this class. Okay, so he's not going to make any, you know, you feel like he's not going to make any of those big mistakes, but he's also sitting back in 5th.
Battle for second. Wilson really applying the pressure to Osborne. Wilson on the green 15, the Pro Circuit Monster Energy bike. Oh, Muscan goes right into the top block and comes to an immediate stop. Oh, that had to hurt. Marvin Muscan had such a great ride going.
Wow, and he tripled in, and if you noticed, he jumped a little bit to the left, a little bit too far, and he really augured into the soft entrance to the berm. See him grimacing right there. He might have hit his chest, his hip area.
That's the Asterisk medical crew right there to attend to him.
And that's...
Oh, that had to hurt.
Okay, Seeley, big mistake. He's out off the start. Muscan, who was 3rd in points. Seeley was 2nd. Muscan was 3rd. Big mistake in this same turn right there. He's out so quickly. 5 riders that were only 4 points apart. This thing is blown wide apart now.
Let's watch this again, Jeff, and watch how that bike comes to an immediate stop.
This is a double, triple, triple. Watch how he jumps in. You notice his front wheel turn there.
The dirt was so soft in there, Jeff, it just sunk.
Yeah, right in this area right there. Wow. That looked like it hurt.
Well, you know what they say, it's not the speed that gets you, it's the sudden stops, right?
That's one of it. See Gavin Faith getting lapped here. He's already been lapped by his new teammate, Eli Tomac. And this is Wilson now in 2nd. See that blue flag right there representing, they had it out for Gavin Faith. You are being lapped by the lead group.
So Wilson now in front of Osborne. They're not going to catch Tomac. Tomac is 14.5 seconds in front. There he is. Boy, is he going to have a lot of momentum off of this.
Dude, he's in an alternate universe tonight. He has been. This is the best I've ever seen an Eli Tomac ride a Monster Energy Supercross. I mean, this is a commanding, you know,
it's a
dominating win. Oh, yeah.
Complete day.
Oh, that's a good feeling. What a great ride here.
Now we'll head up to Oakland. The only stop in Northern California. It'll be the 3rd winner in 3 races. Eli Tomac has done it. He's won at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. The 3rd different winner on the season in Monster Energy Supercross Lites West competition. Here's a look at the results from the main event, and we've got another new winner. 3 in a row. I wonder if we'll have another one when we get up to Oakland. Tomac. How about Zach Osborne?